Hi, I'm Jack Skinner.
And I'm Emily Lenchner, and welcome to our podcast.
Today we're joined by Samir Jordan, marathon runner and cricket player in Leeds. Samir, thank you for coming.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I guess we'll start with your marathon running experiences. Talk us through the training, how far you've been, and like how prepared you are for the marathons coming up that you're facing.
So I've been running for quite a few years now, so it's just been something that I've really enjoyed. Done a couple ultra marathons here and there, so ran a Sydney ultra marathon back in March when I visited down there after the cricket season. And coming up, I've got a few various challenges here and there, and London in the summer.
Okay, so as an ultra marathon runner, what do you do to prepare for all of your marathons?
So I take a less scientific route. I just spend a lot of time running. I think something that I've always enjoyed, done a lot of with different people, and I think it's a good way for me to kind of just get out of the house as well as just getting to know some people. Like had a couple nice times with some of the new cricket lads here at Beckett Cricket, and I think that I can use it as a way to be social as well as get the steps in.
And Samir, when training for marathons and running these ultra marathons, what are some of the challenges you face and how have you adapted to overcome these challenges?
Well, I think there's quite a few. There's quite a few. I think obviously been doing it for quite a while, so I see a whole load of different issues which I think every normal person will face. But you got the old injuries, like the recurring injuries which come back. Knee stiffness is a killer. And I think that's been a pretty big one. And then also just time management. Like, I think when I'm training to do these long runs, I need to set aside 2 hours a day to run, and it can really takes a hit on sort of my productivity. I think that's a big one, sort of day to day life, especially now starting university. I think that's a really big one for me because I'm obviously a first year. It's a big one for me trying to sort out my time management and sleep and eating. Cooking as well is a big one. Having to cook for myself for the first time this year, as well as running like 6-7 hours a week. It's a really difficult challenge. But yeah, I think something that I can overcome.
So you're going to be doing 7 half marathons in 7 days for Men's Mental Health Awareness Movember. So can you tell us a bit about that and the training you're doing for that?
Yeah, so doing this one for charity because Movember obviously is a big time of year for men, I think worldwide, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and really, really looking forward to doing it. I'm doing it with one of the other lads in cricket, Brodie Glendinning, who's did the same thing last year. He's an Ironman, which is something that I want to work up towards doing as well, and it's going to be a really fun challenge. I think something which I'm well within my capabilities to do, but also a different kind of challenge which I think, it'll be really good fun. And obviously raising money for Movember, raising money for charities in general. I'm also raising money for Watford General Hospital after they looked after my stepdad over the summer. And it was, want to give a little bit back to them. I think that's my motivations for it. And I think, I'm really looking forward to doing that. It's 24th to 30th of November.
And then Samir, obviously these 7 days are going to be tough physically, but working mentally as well, knowing that you're doing this for a good cause and for a charity. What is the mental side of things when you think about running for this charity? How are you feeling when running and training? Like, is there a mental side of things? You're motivated to do this because you're doing it for charity, or is it just get out and do it and see how it goes?
Well, yeah, I do think that's a really good question. I think that's something you have to think about a lot with all sports. Obviously, you're a football player, Jack, and all sports, you face challenges along the way, whether that's small things during the run or the lead up, slight nervousness or anxiety around the whole challenge. My main thing is that I just know that if I don't keep on going, then I don't know how I'll be able to sleep at night. I know that I'm doing this for a charity, so that's a big motivation. But also there's an element of that every different challenge is an opportunity to prove to myself that I can do one bigger thing. Yeah, and I think every given opportunity, I think new challenges, meet new people, and I'm really motivated intrinsically as well as the extrinsic motivations of doing it for a charity. And yeah, I can't wait for the challenges coming up.
And then Samir, like, just quickly talk us through, obviously away from the sports side of things, Movember, what it means for you and why it's important for people to get involved in such a good cause.
Well, Movember is, in my eyes, a very important charity. I think it should be in everyone's eyes an important charity, but for me, it's a very profound one. Obviously, everyone struggles either vicariously through another person or within themselves. They struggle with mental health issues, whether that be the loss of another person through mental health or suicide, or something that they face in their day-to-day lives, challenges. And I think building awareness around that is really important. And I see Movember as a really, really good opportunity to start spreading awareness. Now, obviously, this is a completely different challenge to running an ultra marathon, a 50k or maybe even 100k, which is something that I've been lucky enough to complete. But it's the getting up and going each morning, which I think is really symbolic of the fact that no matter how hard things may be, you need to keep going. I think that's a good representation of the challenge which I'm, attempting. And I think if I can spread awareness and raise a bit of money on the way, maybe make a few friends as well, I think I've done a good job in spreading my message and doing my bit. And that's really important to me.
That is very inspiring, and you're doing a very good job at spreading your message to all men, including men suffering with mental health illnesses. And as you've mentioned before, you've started cricket up in Leeds. So how's that been as a fresher, and what's the training involved with the cricket team?
Yeah, well, I think it's really good. It's like Leeds Beckett cricket. It's a massive society, and I think really been able to plant my feet and get going with that. The lads make it very, very easy for integration between second and third years who've already been doing it, and the first years coming in. I think they give you a lot of opportunities to really show your colours, and yeah, it's been so good. The training is, at the moment once a week, but 6 months away from a season, so it doesn't have to be too heavy, but it's really good. The standard is absolutely unreal. It's been the biggest challenge I've faced with cricket thus far, and I'm really looking forward to keeping on going. And socially as well, I think it's been really, really fun.
Okay, and then just like a kind of closing thing, aspirations. I know you said some months aren't quite with us for the cricket season, but there has to be some aims and some targets whilst training that we're working towards. So just talk us through a few of those things so we know where your head's at with the cricket as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, obviously I've played cricket for a long time, played a cricket season in Australia, hence why running over there was running over there as well, kept me going, kept me on my feet, because I was also training cricket at the same time. I really want to make my mark in one of the top two teams. Probably the second team this year is going to be my aim, because it's an unbelievable standard and with some really good people as well. I just want to play the highest standard of cricket I can, make some really good friends and get myself in some good shape and, learn a lot about the game, learn a lot about myself. I think it was a really good opportunity there.
Perfect. Look, Samir, thank you so much for coming down and joining us today.
Anytime.
We're massively grateful for it.
Thank you very much, Samir. You've been great.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.